hello, hello. Good to see you. Here's some fairy dust for you and for me and for Amelie. She's over there on the sofa. But you know what? I need a little extra today. I need the real deal. I need. Oh, too much. Oh, but is that a thing? Is there too much fairy dust? I don't think so. All right, look. Okay, so, all right, you don't know this about me yet. Okay, my whole life. Oh, God. Okay, you know I have an affinity for self-help books for a really, really long time. I always wonder, like, how do people get into book clubs? Like, but I'm such a fucking introvert. I never know how, but finally, 2 years ago, I decided it was actually reading a fucking self-help book. Jen Sincero, sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. I love you so much. I was listening to her book on Audible, and because I always in my mind, I love self-help books. It would be so fun to talk about this shit with other badass fucking women, advanced women. And I remember the spot. I was walking my dog, and I'm listening to her book, and it was so exciting, so enlivening, so cool. That fucking book. Oh, You're a Badass at Making Money. Oh, you have to read it. It's so fun. I'm telling you, the threads that I have followed since her book, I promise you, they have led me here. So you've got to read her book. Like, it will change your life. Okay. So I'm walking, walking, listening to her book. She's saying all these great things and taking all these huge risks and huge steps and investing in herself in badass ways. And she says, why don't you start a self-help book club? Wait, what the fuck did she just say? Like, because I'm telling you, I thought this was my idea. I thought I was the only crazy ass bitch who would ever think to have a self-help book club. Like, to share my passion of self-help books with other bitches was like, I thought it was a dumb idea for one. And then again, it was just like always looking for fucking permission, always. And so I remember saying it to myself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to do this. I mean, I just knew I would. Like, with her saying that, and it was also like a chills thing. Like, oh my fucking God, it was like, I have to do this. I'm being compelled to do this. Like, this is not an accident that I'm reading this fucking book. This is not an accident that, this is happening. Like, every now and then in my life, I experience a huge synchronicity in which, like, this is something I must do, and this was one of them. And so scared as fuck, because I know everybody I'm gonna ask is gonna be like, what? Oh my God. And so started calling my some were closer friends than others, and the first people I called were close enough to me where if they laughed in my face, we could enjoy a good laugh together. And like, I know, of course I would have this silly idea, like, like it would be like, these were my safe people. And one of them said, which I didn't think she was so much into stuff like this, but I love her so much. One of the kindest hearted people I know. And she says, Elizabeth, I want to be a part of whatever you're interested in. And I was like, what? This is what this person thinks about me? She's like, I'm on board. And I knew she was already in some other book clubs and stuff, but I was like, And so then, and then my other self-help nerds were like, yes! And then I asked a couple of people that I wasn't that close to, and they were like, yes! And it was just like such a cool, like, holy shit, like, I wish I had known so long ago. But anyway, I digress, as per usual. All right. You know what? I'm just going to talk about this, and I'll make another video in a second to talk about the thing I was turned on the fucking camera for. But anyway, so I have a self-help book club. and it's phenomenal. And one of the reasons I did it was, again, to talk about, to get together with high level, badass bitches. Of course, they don't necessarily call themselves this. Some are fancy ladies. And then I do have a couple of people in there that do identify as advanced bitches. But anyway, I'm a fucking hermit, as you very well know. And from as you're listening to this, you're like, she doesn't sound fucked up. She doesn't sound like a fucking hermit like she says. Bitch, I have to tell you, this is huge personal growth for me. Like this, inviting people to come in my home is a big fucking deal to me. It is it is making me do my own introspection, my own personal growth work, as if I am, setting a fucking boundary with a family member, or, just think about it. Just think about me putting myself out there and asking those women to join me in something, making myself feel vulnerable. Oh my God, that was huge. And every now and and understand my fellow HSPs and my fellow introverts. Understand, I want to quit every time. And today I just said, do we want to take a summer sabbatical? Bless their hearts. They love me so much. And they're all like, no. And then I'm like, okay. And and then by the end of the thing, because today we did Michelle Obama's Becoming. I know it doesn't seem like a self-help book, but I'll tell you why we did it in a second. And by the end of the thing, I was just like, I'm fucking exhausted. I was just like, I left my house kind of messy, which again is personal growth because of you guys. I'm doing my imperfection practice. I left all this shit over here in the corner, like my little lights and shit. And I left my magic wand out, being a little bit, they know this shit about me, but still leaving it out is kind of like, no. Okay, so always wanted to quit, always dreading it. It's the tool and. I love these women and I dread it. I love the book club and I dread it. So this is the personal growth that I'm talking about. And it's just like, don't you know, I was like, I gotta clean my house this weekend and da. But I'm telling you, this is a piece of my own personal growth. Again, just as any other part of my life is. And it's a huge thing, inviting them into my world a little bit more. So it's a big deal, and it's way out of my comfort zone. And I have actually had to ask for help. Like, I know it's a huge joke about this whole adulting thing, and I know it's for millennials. I'm 54, I'm an elder, but there's things I do not know how to do. Okay, don't make fun of me too much, but I did not know how to make coffee. I do not know how to make coffee. And I had to buy a coffee maker. Because, I use the little Via packs from Starbucks. It's not because I'm too good and don't drink coffee. I drink coffee, but Instant's fine. Instant's fine for me. And it's quick and easy and you just do it and it's no mess. But I had to buy a coffee maker like a fucking adult. And oh my God, I had to look online. It's the whole thing. So do you understand? Like, this is personal growth. This is what it looks like. This is, I had to learn all of this stuff. And I just want you to see. I want to model it for you, that we learn and that we have our support people that hold our hands through these processes, and that they make it okay for us, and that we can do it with a sense of humor and with a lot of love, and it's only once a month, and then I get to be really nerdy and fun with them. But yeah, so that's a little glimpse into, but yeah, so read Jen Sincero's book, Badass at Making Money, and I am a badass at making money, and it's awesome, and so can you. And yeah, that's it for now. Love you.